May the peace of the Lord be with you all. Today's Holy Mass reading, June 6, 2025, Friday. First reading from Acts. King Agrippa and Bernice arrived in Caesarea on a visit to Festus. Since they spent several days there, Festus referred Paul's case to the king, saying, "There is a man here left in custody by Felix. When I was in Jerusalem, the chief priests and the elders of the Jews brought charges against him and demanded his condemnation. I answered them that it was not Roman practice to hand over an accused person before he has faced his accusers and had the opportunity to defend himself against their charge. So when they came together here, I made no delay. The next day, I took my seat on the tribunal and ordered the man to be brought in. His accusers stood around him, but did not charge him with any of the crimes I suspected. Instead, they had some issues with him about their own religion and about a certain Jesus who had died, but who Paul claimed was alive. Since I was at a loss how to investigate this controversy, I asked if he were willing to go to Jerusalem and there stand trial on these charges. And when Paul appealed that he be held in custody for the emperor's decision, I ordered him held until I could send him to Caesar. May the peace of the Lord be with you all. Today's Holy Mass reading, June 6, 2025, Friday. Responsorial Psalm. The Lord has established his throne in heaven. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all my being. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. The Lord has established his throne in heaven. For as the heavens are high above the earth, so surpassing is his kindness toward those who fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he put our transgressions from us. The Lord has established his throne in heaven. The Lord has established his throne in heaven, and his kingdom rules over all. Bless the Lord, all you his angels, you mighty in strength, who do his bidding. The Lord has established his throne in heaven. The Holy Gospel according to John. After Jesus had revealed himself to his disciples and eaten breakfast with them, he said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" Simon Peter answered him, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus said to him, "Feed my lambs." He then said to Simon Peter a second time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Simon Peter answered him, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." He said to him, "Tend my sheep." He said to him the third time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Peter was distressed that he had said to him a third time, "Do you love me?" And he said to him, "Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you." Jesus said to him, "Feed my sheep. Amen, amen, I say to you, when you were younger, you used to dress yourself and go where you wanted. But when you grow old, you will stretch out your hands, and someone else will dress you, and lead you where you do not want to go." He said this signifying by what kind of death he would glorify God. And when he had said this, he said to him, "Follow me." The Gospel of the Lord. Gospel reflection. The resurrected Christ, standing on the shore of Galilee, turns to Peter still stuck by the shame of his threefold denial and offers not condemnation, but restoration. "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" 3 times Jesus asks, and 3 times Peter responds, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." And with each response, Jesus commands, "Feed my lambs, tend my sheep, feed my sheep." This is not just a personal moment between Jesus and Peter. It is a message for all of us. Grace greater than failure. Peter had failed. He had walked with Jesus, witnessed miracles, professed bold allegiance, and yet, when it mattered most, he denied even knowing him. Many of us know what it's like to fail, to fall short of what we hope to be, to betray our own values under pressure. Yet Jesus doesn't cast Peter aside. Instead, he draws Peter closer and gives him the chance to affirm his love once for each denial. Jesus doesn't erase Peter's past, he redeems it. This is the heart of the gospel. Your worst moment doesn't have to be your final story. Christ meets you where you are, not to remind you of your shame, but to restore your soul. Love that leads to action. Notice how Jesus frames the question. Not, will you obey me? Or will you serve me? But, do you love me? The foundation of discipleship is love. True service springs not from obligation, but from relationship. Jesus wants your heart, not just your hands. But love must lead to action. Jesus doesn't stop at the affirmation. He gives Peter a mission. Feed my sheep. To love Christ is to care for his people. To love him is to serve, to protect, to lead, to nourish others with the truth and grace we've received. This is your call too. Whatever your past, whatever your present. If you love Jesus, you are called to serve. Not everyone is called to preach or pastor, but every believer is called to love and tend to others. In your home, your workplace, your community, there are people who need your compassion, your faith, your presence. Feeding sheep may look like encouraging a friend, mentoring a student, or simply being available to listen. A life of purpose and sacrifice. Jesus then tells Peter what this path will cost him. He speaks of Peter's eventual martyrdom, the way his love and obedience will lead to suffering. It's a sobering reminder. Following Jesus is not always easy. It may lead you to places you wouldn't choose on your own, but in that cost is great purpose. Follow me. These are the last words of the passage, and they echo the first words Jesus ever said to Peter. It's as though he's saying, let's begin again. No matter how far you've strayed, Jesus always invites you back into the journey. So take heart. If you've failed, there is forgiveness. If you feel aimless, there is purpose. If you feel weak, there is strength. Jesus doesn't just call the qualified, he qualifies the called. Like Peter, you are not defined by your denial, but by your response to his grace. Say yes to his question, do you love me? And then, go feed his sheep, then follow him. Jesus, I trust in you. Amen.